Smith is the junior varsity coach for the Blue Devils. Tonight's It's another Saturday night where Tipton is playing basketball in the Inferno. In their last home game of the season, they've got the Taylor Titans to deal with. And so tonight, it seems like Tipton is going to be starting the 5 seniors that they have on the roster. Which will consist of course, Nolan Swan, Jackson Money, and Ryan Tracy. But tonight they look to add Drake Johnson and Gavin Hare. As we see an unusual sight, Grady Carpenter out there to do the commemorative handshakes. Nolan Swan was the first announced, and up next is Drake Johnson. Jackson Money also out there as expected. Gavin Hare up next. And rounding out the starting lineup, the newest Tipton Blue Devil member, but it seems like he's been here a long time throughout the year, Ryan Tracy, joining the lineup for the Tipton Blue Devils. On the lineup for the visiting Taylor Titans, number 3, Dre McClatchy, number 4, Christian Hall, number 10, Keyshawn Galloway, number 11, Connor Binion, and number 12, Javion Harris. The Titans are coached by Bob Winnell. He is 45-22 in his third year at Taylor. He's 238 and 168 in his 17th year overall. Taylor comes in ranked number 41 in 2A, and Tipton ranked number 3rd. They fell a spot since Tuesday, as that ball going out of bounds off of Taylor to start. Nolan Swan to set up the offense for the Blue Devils. Not starting is their typical point guard, Grady Carpenter, as well as Sam Quigley. But we'll be sure to see them later on in the first quarter as Swan attempts a turnaround jumper, didn't get it to go. Pushing the pace is Binion, but he's going to slow down. McClatchy over to the left side, Binion trying to get this offense set up for Taylor's first real possession, a corner fake. As McClatchy hands it off, Binion into the corner where Galloway attempts a short jumper, didn't get it to go, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Taylor. Money setting up the action on the right side, Swan. Taylor's going to be sure to defend him and get him off the three-point line. As extra pressure by McClatchy, a step-back 3 for Swan gets Tipton on the scoreboard. McClatchy wanted a push-off, but I don't think there was enough contact to make the call. As Galloway tripped and subsequently turned it over. Jackson Money pushes the pace, hands off. Or no, keeps it himself. Thought about the handoff, and that one off the rim, off the backboard, but it finds the bottom of the net. Ball movement around the perimeter for the Titans. McClatchy trying to get inside. He's going to have to kick it out, where Galloway attempts a 3. The rebound pulled down by Money onto the right side. Ryan Tracy will elect to slow it down. Money getting in the middle. Swan, that's enough room for him to bury his second three of the first 2 minutes, and a timeout forced by Coach Bob Wannell. The former Kokomo Wildcats head coach moved to Taylor 3 years ago and has a 66% win rate in his 3-year tenure. A good start for Tipton, certainly from beyond the three-point line. The most dangerous thing that Taylor really has to offer is their rebounding, led by Javion Harris at 9.7 per game, out-rebounding Carpenter, which is not an easy thing to do, so it'll be an interesting matchup as Tipton's still rocking that same starting lineup. Christian Hall will bring it up for the Titans. Tipton in a 2-3 zone, Money playing a little bit higher than Johnson. As the main weakness that Tipton is trying to exploit with this 2-3 zone is the lack of shooting that Taylor has to offer. They were visiting the Tri-Central Trojans and really struggled from beyond the arc, so Tipton's going to make them beat them in that way. And so if the Taylor Titans are able to come out hot, maybe Tipton will have to switch it up. But to start out, the 2-3 zone working effectively for Tipton as Harris kicks it out. It's swung into the corner. Back to McClatchy, who attempts a three. But on the other end, Jackson Money's already down there, finishing with the left hand. Normally it's Carpenter to make those kind of plays, but showing that other players can get involved in the same way. Swinging around the perimeter, McClatchy. Beyond the arc is Trueblood. McClatchy back with it. Tipped in the 2-3 zone, and Taylor does not look confident shooting the three. Harris gets inside, defended by Hare. And Harris buries a two. Swan will bring it up. He elects to hand it off to Tracy on the left side. Johnson to Hare. Looking for Swan, who gets inside. A kick out to Jackson Money, who hits his second as well. Two Blue Devils with 2 threes apiece. Swan got involved in the action earlier on. He's going to pick up an assist as Jackson Money 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Swung around. Hall drives baseline where Hare stops him and pulls down the rebound. Money on the right side is going to try to take it all the way and doesn't connect, but he is fouled. First foul for either team will be at the hands of Connor Binion. And so Money shoots 2 at the free throw line, where he has an early 7 points. Johnson coming out. Grady Carpenter back in. Jackson Money misses the second end of the 2-shot foul. A 7-point first quarter, and we're still only about halfway done with it. Binion to Harris on the right wing, looking to fake the handoff, go himself at the rim, no good. The rebound falls into the hands of Tracy. Money down court, kicks it out. A handoff to Swan. And he connects with another, forcing a second timeout out of Taylor. The Tipton shooting is too much for Taylor to handle. You just can't go under the screens or any kind of dribble handoff action against these Tipton Blue Devils, with a hot shooting start especially. Swan and Money were battling for the leading scorer of tonight's contest. Swan just overtook Money with 9. Or actually, they are actually tied amongst each other. I forgot the Jackson Money layup that he had earlier on with the assist coming from Tracy, a full down court pass. And so Money and Swan are the only two to score for Tipton. McClatchy and Harris the only to score for the Taylor Titans. Trueblood looking for somebody to inbound it to, as Tipton staying in their 2-3 zone. Not going to put on the pressure that we normally see them start out with. And I think that's going to work a little bit better against Taylor, who hasn't proved that they can hit many outside shots. They've got one in from McClatchy, but nobody else has really looked towards the rim. Binion trying to get inside, but he's dealt with by Carpenter. A kick out, McClatchy, a handoff to Trueblood, who's one of their better shooters. Swinging it around the perimeter, looking for any gaps to exploit, but this Tipton zone is just a bit too compact for them to really make any progress. They're going to have to start shooting from the outside. An elbow jumper does not fall, and it's going to stay with Taylor, as Carpenter was the last one to touch it. Tipton stretching that 2-3 zone out to the left side. Off the inbound, it will make its way into McClatchy. And it'll be Galloway to set up the offense from the top. They've got two people on the inside. Binion comes to pop out, looking for a corner pass, but Tipton had that one covered as well. Binion looking for some options. Galloway gets inside, lost it, and is going to be out of bounds off of him. So Tipton has not really been pressured on the defensive end, but some pressure coming their way offensively as our first full court look out of Taylor. Tipton should be able to break this one easily enough. It'll be Carpenter working together with Swan. He's wide open on the right side. Money, he's hit two. Make it three. That's the cons of going full court against Tipton. Carpenter can spot any pass from a mile away and set up his team on a 2-on-1 on the far side. And he's able to make that pass every single time. It's going to be a long night for Taylor if they can't figure out something fast. Down low, this could help. Galloway, a turnaround jumper, is blocked by Carpenter, who got it back. Money sprinting down court, will hand it off to Hare. Carpenter called for the travel. The shot by Swan that doesn't fall will not count. And that'll bring in number 5, Jalen Wooten, for the Titans. Harris looking for a pass down low to Wooten, as Swan picks the pocket of Binion, but he was taken out of position. Recovers in time to reset that 2-3 zone. Taylor has not looked for many scoring opportunities. Binion now looking for one beyond the arc, and he connects with another. 6 of their 8 points coming from beyond the arc. But I don't think that's enough to get Tipton out of the zone. It's kept them at only 8 points in the first quarter. So still fantastic defensively, as Hare with his first bucket of the night. As Harris, the leading scorer for Taylor on the season, does not get that one to go. Carpenter on the left side, surveying his options way out into the corner for Money, who elects to give it up to Swan. An offensive rebound for Hare, and he's going to be fouled from behind, looking for the putback. Gavin Hare an opportunity to make it 4 straight points. Looking to play the entire first quarter, as that one in and out for the senior. Back in is Jacob Trueblood, the 6'2" sophomore for the Titans. The second free throw a bit long, and the rebound will be pulled down by Trueblood. Down court to Hall. And Taylor may be deciding to take the last shot. Saving for the last shot with 12 seconds left to go. The ball in the hands of McClatchy. Now Hall. Binion looking to go to the corner. He's defended by Money. Swan almost got a piece of that. Hall needs to put that one up, and he's fouled by Nolan Swan. 1 second left. The first foul on Swan. And in fact, the first team foul against Tipton. So a relatively clean quarter would have made the full 8 minutes, but they didn't quite get there. Hall at the line, shooting two, and he misses the first long. Quigley will enter, so Hare just about 1 second left from playing the entire first quarter, but Quigley comes to take that spot. And now the normal starting lineup in for Tipton that we've seen in about 90% of the games this season. A full court heave. Almost had it for Carpenter. Just a bit short, and Tipton with a comfortable 23-8 lead going into the second quarter. Your first quarter scorers for Tipton. Jackson Money ended up taking the lead from Swan with a late three. He has 12. Swan trailing with 9, and Gavin Hare, the only other one to score for Tipton, with 2. On the Taylor Titans end, Connor Binion and Dre McClatchy each with a 3, and Javion Harris with 2 for a total of 8. So a fantastic defensive quarter out of Tipton. The 2-3 zone working wonders against a team that doesn't look very confident in the Taylor Titans. I think the key for Taylor, if you can't get it inside, which they've had lots of trouble doing, at some point you've just got to start taking the shots, whether you're confident or not. You've got to get something up at the rim at least. Cannot keep turning it over and coming up empty on these possessions. But they do get one inside early in the second quarter. Matching their 2-point totals from the first quarter. Swan, kick out to Carpenter. That's enough space for him. A little bit long, and the rebound tracked down by Binion. On to the right side. He's going to look for Hall in the corner. Down low is Galloway. He needs a little bit of help. Hall for 3, and Taylor off to a 5-point run. And that's more of the shooting that Taylor's been looking for. You just got to get something at the rim. They've actually shot the ball quite well, contrary to their season averages, but not as good as Money, who now has 4 threes in the ball game. 15 points total. Jackson Money trying to make his senior night a good one. And I would say he could not play the final 2 quarters, and he would still have a good night. Galloway for a long 3 off the back iron, no good. Carpenter with a free left side gets it in. The 2-pointer is no good, but he's going to go back up and be fouled. That is the first foul on Javion Harris. Carpenter, from what we've seen here on Tipton Athletics Live, has struggled at the free throw line. It has not been as clean as he would have liked as of late. Started out the season relatively well. But heading into the tournament, that's something he's going to look to clean up. Still plenty of game left to go. Tipton doubling the lead and then some. Harris swings it around. McClatchy looking for some options. Trueblood in the corner. The pass to Binion, and Taylor just surveying their options, playing a patient game despite trailing from behind. Wooten. It swung to McClatchy. Taylor with a very patient offense, looking for efficient shots as they've shot the ball relatively efficiently from beyond the arc. But Tipton just playing rock solid defense. McClatchy looks to break that open with a turnaround jumper. He gets it to go. Taylor playing a very calculated game. Swan on the left side. He's got that space to work with, and he's got the floater to go. McClatchy down court. Harris looks to get one going early, but he's dealt with by Spidell, and Swan takes possession. Needs a bit of help here. Has Carpenter to his left, who has Spidell wide open on the opposite block. How many times have we seen that this season? Carpenter will spot that pass every single time. It's so difficult to double these Blue Devils. As long as they're able to get it out of the double into the hands of Carpenter, and he can find the open man. Harris. Cross court pass to Binion. That shot's going to be a little bit to the left. Carpenter looking down court for some options. Doesn't have any that he likes. Jackson Money trailing close behind. Back out. Quigley in the corner is blocked by Binion. The ball fell into the hands of Jalen Wooten. Harris will be called for the offensive foul as Quigley planted his feet. A hard hit, but he gets up relatively quickly. No pun intended. Ryan Tracy back in for the Blue Devils. A 2 senior, 3 junior lineup. Carpenter defended by the full court. Is defended by Binion. Not too much pressure applied, just wants to buy as much time as he possibly can. But it won't stop Nolan Swan from scoring. There's not many things that can. Or stealing for that matter, as he has Carpenter. Needs to be careful from Hall trailing closely behind, and Hall is such a nuisance to deal with for Carpenter. Getting up close and personal as Carpenter grabbing his shoulder. Swan picks up his second. It looks like Coach Bob Winnell is opting to make quick substitutions. McClatchy was out, but just for about a minute or so. Tracy down court. Looks to take it all the way, needs some help. Quigley is going to possibly get the assist. The ball's a little bit short on the shot by Carpenter. McClatchy gets it inside Harris. Looks for Hall rather. McClatchy resetting the offense for the Titans. Thought about a three, but McClatchy tries to get all the way inside instead. Instead, it's going the other way. The second offensive foul against Taylor in the last couple of minutes. This one is Spidell to take it. And he's rewarded with some minutes on the bench. Jackson Money right back in. Looks like the seniors are going to play a little bit more than they usually do. Jackson Money only coming out about a couple of minutes ago. Grady Carpenter to bring it up for the Blue Devils. Swan to his right. The pick and pop by Tracy, but they're going to find Money on the opposite block instead, who continues his scoring run. Down court. Hall down low to Wooten. Harris has not looked like he wants to shoot many threes tonight, despite being one of their better shooters. And their leading scorer on the season as well. He's got the size advantage. He's spent a lot of his time beyond the three-point line. As you see, he is here. Defended now by Swan, is going to pull up into that one off the left side. Rebound collected by Tipton. Money wide open in the right corner. That's not something you want to see if you're Taylor. He's going to make you pay tonight. There's just not much Taylor's been able to answer in terms of Jackson Money. He attempts quite a few threes, but he's never hit as many as he has tonight. A nice spin move by Binion is going to get him open for two, but no. The rebound pulled down by Money. Swan going to try a deep one, but it's just no problem. Tipton has no flaws. Taylor will go into halftime scratching their heads. What can they possibly do against a team shooting just this good? Perhaps Tipton's best shooting performance of the season. And that's tough to contend with. They've had some really good ones as well. Relying on the senior duo of Money and Swan. Everybody else just playing their role effectively. Great defense as Quigley takes a fall. And that opens up enough space for Binion to knock down a three. 40 seconds left, and we're going to see if Tipton decides to take the last shot. It doesn't look like they're really set up to do so. Carpenter wants no part of it. He wants 2 points instead. We saw Taylor in this position elect to take the last shot in the first quarter. They're set up to do so once again. Tipton in that 2-3 zone. And you see what makes it so special is Swan on the right side. Whenever a team overloads one side in particular, the bottom defender of the Tipton 2-3 zone is going to come up just a little bit higher to help out his top two players. But a foul called. This one on Quigley. And that'll bring in tonight's starter, Gavin Hare, as well as Drake Johnson. So they don't have 5 starters out there, but they've got 4 plus Carpenter. 5 seconds left. It's got to be a 3 from McClatchy. Is not going to get it to go. Hall might at the buzzer. Just off target. Taylor looking for the foul. They didn't get it. As there was a bit of contact, but Tipton will go into halftime with a relatively comfortable lead. 43-18 is the score in favor of your home team, the Blue Devils. So a good defensive first half out of Tipton. And that'll go into halftime. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes.
Buddy's 5 of 5 for 3, Swans 4 of 5. 16 points. Then I've got Buddy's 19, Swans 16. And 4 assists and 2 steals just now. Sorry, Dan.
Tipton with a dominant first half, led by Jackson Money, who had 20 first half points. Swan is never close behind, or never too far behind, rather. He has 16. Grady Carpenter adds a 3. Landon Spidell and Gavin Hare with 2 apiece. Binion leading the way for the Titans with 6. McClatchy with 5. Harris with 4. And Christian Hall adds a 3. Starting off the third quarter, Jackson Money looks for somebody to get it into. He's got Ryan Tracy up at the top. Quigley looking for the back door. Carpenter intended for Swan, didn't have a clean catch. The 3 is going to be a little bit long for Carpenter. Harris on the other end trying to get all the way. Had to throw it away, and it'll be Tipton basketball. All the options covered. Harris falling towards the end line. Running out of options to throw it to. Full court pressure, but it's just man-to-man, so Carpenter will deal with it relatively easily. Looking for Money. On the wing, Swan. A little bit long on his first 3 of the half. The ball pushed. Galloway with a clever Euro step, but missed the shot at the very end of it. Hall adds a 2 for the first points for Taylor in the second half. Ryan Tracy, the ball handler for Tipton. Nearly had that one stolen. Swan tries to get inside, a kick out Ryan Tracy from the corner. And it just seems like every Tipton member just does not have shooting on their agenda tonight. Or does not have missing their shots. The ball swung around. Taylor looking to set it up, but seems like their players are not on the same page, but McClatchy is going to come away with the 2 at the end of it anyway. Swan racing down court, trying to beat all the Titan defenders. He's found Quigley on the left wing, and he's found a 3. This team is so hard to defend. I would say it's never been harder than tonight, where everybody seems to be able to hitting every shot that they shoot. It's just impossible for Taylor to do anything about it, as Hall is going to have a high arcer, but it's going to go in anyway. Trading baskets. Back and forth to start the third quarter. Carpenter looks for a dump down pass to Tracy, who gives it right back. Money out to Quigley for his second 3 of the quarter. Back to back for Quigley. They shot 10 of 13 from beyond the arc in the first half. Outrageous numbers for the Blue Devils. And it seems like they're going to start off relatively the same way, as Hall gets a tough one to go. Defended by a much taller Carpenter. He's found Quigley on the wing. Not enough space for him to shoot that one, so he's going to elect to hand it off to Carpenter to reset the offense. Swan thought about the 3, pulled out the defender, and he's going to give it up to Tracy. He'll be fouled going in for the layup. It was a very convincing shot fake that pulled out both defenders out towards the 3-point line. Enough space for Ryan Tracy to cut back door and be fouled at the tail end of it. Tracy now with 4 points in the quarter. And Tipton came out with their usual starting lineup, not going with the seniors to start out the second half. Of course, all 5 of them did start in their last home game, regular season home game. They will be hosting sectionals here in Tipton, and I believe regionals is going to be at LaPel, as it typically is. Seems like it's been at LaPel several years as of late. Swan defends the cutting Galloway. Quigley poked that one from behind. He'll be called for the foul. Just a bit more contact than necessary, it seemed like. Although from where I was, it didn't look like anything too bad, but maybe down there it was a different look. 4 across the top for Taylor. So they're going to go and get it into the safe option in Jalen Wooten. Binion knocked down a couple of 3s in the first half. Ball stripped by Money behind the back, almost lost. It's going to give it up to Carpenter and see what he comes up with. An offensive rebound, and the left-hand side was wide open. The miss benefiting Carpenter out of all the players that were down there, surrounded by 3 Titans. Was able to get his own offensive rebound, and on the side that he wanted as well, Hall for another 3. That one doesn't connect with anything. Down court, Carpenter wide open, going for the dunk, and Hall got in the way. Carpenter will be fouled. I think that was Wooten. Hall did not want to see any of the dunk. Could have been dangerous as well. Glad nothing too bad happened. Carpenter at the line, shooting 2, makes the first to extend the lead now to 30 in favor of the Blue Devils. Carpenter goes 2 for 2 at the line. And again, this Taylor Titans team coming off of a tough loss to Tri-Central, which I don't think they had expected. A 23-point loss as well. Tipton coming off a win just Tuesday night against the Blackford Bruins, a relatively comfortable one as well. And it seems like this game has all the makings to be comfortable for Tipton as well. Time ticking down for Taylor. Staring at a 31-point deficit. And from what we've seen from Taylor, the offense has got to get going a little bit faster. They have essentially 0 chance to come out on top of this game if they keep playing this patient offense. They might just be trying to learn a thing or two in this game, as they are in Tipton sectional, so they might not be trying to show them everything they've got. But Tipton giving Taylor everything that they've had on the season and more. Excellent shooting as Tracy knocks down another. McClatchy lost that on the spin. It's going to be out of bounds off of him. And more quick substitutions. It seemed like Christian Hall was in the game just a second ago, but he's back in. Coach Wanell keeping his players fresh, or doing his best at it. Carpenter brings it up with 2:50 left in the third. Some extended pressure, but Swan finds Carpenter in the pick and roll, who finds Tracy on the opposite block. And Tracy now has 10 in the quarter. On the other end, Carpenter's going to lay that one up for an easy 2. A near 40-point lead, and the running clock rule in effect for Tipton. Myself, I didn't think it would get to this point, but with the way Tipton's been shooting, it was only a matter of time as a travel called on Christian Hall. I would say we're sure to see plenty of the bench clear out tonight. Johnson and Hare sure to play big minutes in the fourth quarter. Tipton yet to make a substitution to their third quarter starting lineup, as Swan with a 3 that's a little bit long. As Hall tried to intend the pass to Binion, deflected out of bounds off of Money. Baseline out of bounds for Taylor, as a jump ball called. Carpenter and Harris getting tied up with each other. And a note, this our clock on our end, on the live stream end, is about 10 seconds behind. With the running clock rule in effect, Hall catches. Tipton back in there 2-3. And I'm not sure if this is what they're going to play if they end up matching up with Taylor in the sectionals, but it's been such a contributor to their near 40-point advantage that they've got for themselves in just 3 quarters. It's hard to say that you go with any other kind of defense. This is not their usual defense that Tipton likes to run, but They can switch it up every now and then when they need to. And it certainly worked to their benefit in the senior night game. I see Gavin Hare on the bottom left of your screen checking in for the junior Quigley. 25 seconds in real time and ticking down for Taylor as they look to get back in the scoring column. Hall trying to spin inside, but he's kept out by Tracy, who was tasked with defending 3 players, all in that far corner. Hall looking for some options, 5 seconds for Taylor. 3. Hall is going to throw up a long one. It's no good, and Tracy, the 3-quarter court shot, not going to count, as Tipton goes in to the 4th and final quarter with a 38-point advantage. Tipton's next game is going to be on the road at Oak Hill. That'll be next Tuesday, February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, before rounding out the season with LaPel in their final game. That'll be on the road once again. As Tipton looks to go 19-1 on the season. Their only loss to Kokomo in the away game. Still undefeated at home. Score totals for the Blue Devils. Jackson Money with 20, Swan with 16, Tracy with 10, Quigley with 6, Carpenter with 9, I missed that one as well, and Spidell and Hare each with 2. So we're going to start out the 4th and final quarter, running clock again. Swan from well beyond the arc, didn't have enough space to shoot. He doesn't need much, but Taylor did well to cover. Jackson Money throws it over his head as Tipton turns it over on their first possession. Drake Johnson, the center of your screen, checking in. We'll see if they go for the all-senior lineup, but it's going to be Jackson Money to take a rest instead. Did not score in the 3rd quarter, but a 20-point first half is going to make up for that. They get it inside to Harris, who has the size advantage over just about anyone down there that Tipton has to throw his way. Makes the shot a little bit easier for him. A handoff to Tracy. Gavin Hare is going to look to get going from deep, but that one's off to the right. Johnson was looking for a sneaky rebound before settling back in for the top of the 2-3 zone. Tasked with covering Harris as he tries to get in. Finds McClatchy on the opposite corner. Back out to Harris for a 3 as well, long. And McClatchy comes back just in time. And he gets the assist as well. So a sloppy defensive possession by Tipton, but they've got a 34-point advantage, so nothing too big to worry about. Swan fakes the 3 and is going to kick it out to Tracy, who knocked down a couple of his own. Looking for the assist instead, and when you're throwing it to Nolan Swan, you can expect an assist. Galloway looking for some options. As he looks to get inside, loses the ball, and it's going to be out of bounds on Gavin Hare unless he can save it, which he does. Finds Tracy as well. Johnson wide open on the right wing. Can he knock it down as well? It's going to be a pass to Carpenter, we'll call that. It'll stay with the Blue Devils. Johnson, the only player that is yet to score for Tipton. That was only his first shot attempt of the game, though. And so to round out his senior night, I'm sure he'd like to end with at least 2 points. As Carpenter may be the one getting the assist. He's looking for him on the opposite corner. As Swan lost that one, lost his footing as well, but he's able to recover just in time, finds Johnson as well. So a bit of a miscommunication out of Tipton, or a misstep out of Swan rather, but they were able to communicate effectively as there we go from Johnson. We know they're looking to get him going from three. The last player to score for Tipton that's played the game. There's another one well long by Taylor. So now all the Blue Devils scoring. I'm not sure if they've actually done that yet this season. So it's good to see everybody having fun on this senior night. Johnson is going to be looking for Swan. The handoff is well long. Tipton taking some contested threes, but just seeing if they are actually human and can miss. Johnson's trapped in the corner, but he has Swan easily enough. Down court, Spidell wasn't able to get two hands on it and make the catch happen. So two more substitutions out of Tipton. It's a couple of freshmen. Peyton Haller will join two seniors and a junior. Also, Grayson McFall's back in, or in for the first time, rather, for the Blue Devils. Two freshmen, two seniors, and a sophomore, all typical bench players. We had two of them starting tonight. But in a typical game, Tipton is usually 7 deep. Tonight they go 10. A turnover by Taylor. Johnson up top for the Blue Devils. And now there's two more players that need to get on the score sheet for Tipton to complete the perfect 10. Aller and McFalls, who just checked in. They're going to be looking to get them going as McFalls has to save that one. Didn't quite get a good catch. I'm wondering if Tipton is aware. As Spidell, a rare three from him. McFalls chasing down the rebound. He's called for the foul, though. I don't know about that. More substitutions just off the side of your screen. Taylor with 2 minutes left to go. We're about 5 seconds behind on the live stream. A long three is not going to connect. McFalls pulls down another rebound. Johnson on the left side. Offloads to Peyton Aller, who finds Johnson, who's looking down low to McFalls. Needs to be careful from behind. Spins that way, back to his left hand. Almost got it to go. Fighting for the rebound, and he's called for a foul once again. Gavin Hare checking out with a round of applause. Drake Johnson as well. And in for the first time tonight, Sam Hummerkaus and Oliver Conaway. So it's unlikely that all 12 players are going to be able to score, but we'll see if we can get at least one. As Landon Spidell did a somersault on the middle of your screen. Another foul called. It'll be a shooting foul, this one. As the clock stops, 34 for Taylor. 35 for the Titans. As we're waiting for the clock to catch back up with us, we're at 30 seconds left. Sam Humrickhouse for another three. When we come back, we'll be having a chat with all of the seniors, all 5 of them, when we return in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back joined by Drake Johnson, first out of the 5 seniors. Drake, what is the feeling like getting your first varsity start of the season?
You know, it's like an experience you can't explain. Like, just being in there and starting with my boys was pretty awesome. It's once in a lifetime experience for sure.
And so I'm going to get a chance to ask all the seniors this, but you're up first. What is your favorite basketball memory from your time at Tipton?
Just every day being able to go to practice with the boys and just the commitments and memories I've made with my friends.
And going into the 2A tournament, you guys are favorites, or one of the 3 favorites, I would say. Are there any teams that you're looking to play against or that you have your eye on?
We want everyone. Anybody that wants to have the chance to beat us, come at us.
He wants everyone. He wants a challenge, Drake, with your last time on the live stream. I'd like to give you one final opportunity to shout out anyone you have in mind.
Just all glory to God.
Thank you, Drake. Looks like up next we've got Jackson Money. Jackson, a fantastic first half. You had 20 points in the first half tonight. What does it mean to have that kind of stat in your last regular season home game?
Well, first off, I couldn't do it without these guys right here and the guys that were on the court. But it's truly a blessing just to come out and play with my best friends that I've been playing with since like kindergarten. So it's really, truly an honor, and it means the world.
And you mentioned you've been at Tipton since kindergarten, really. What's your favorite basketball memory from your time here?
Favorite memory? Well, I got 2. One hasn't happened yet, and that's going to happen in March. But the other one is just playing with these guys since I could remember.
Very confident. You mentioned the 2A tournament. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Are there any teams that you're keeping an eye on or that you'd like to play against?
I like to play against all of them. But, there's obviously the big Black Hawk Christian that kind of took us out last year, so I'm looking at them. And then there's also a couple others I'm looking at, but, we have the confidence to get past those guys.
And with your last time on the live stream, I'd like to give you one final opportunity to shout out anyone you have in mind.
Just the whole Tipton community. You guys are great. The fans, they come out and show out, give great energy, and it's just awesome to come out here and play in the Inferno.
Thank you, Jackson.
Thank you, G.
Next up, we have Gavin Hare. And Gavin, during the senior night ceremony, they mentioned you've got a little bit of a career path at Ball State. Tell us a little bit about that and how excited you are for your next step.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be a great experience and opportunity, and obviously right now my focus is on winning as many games with this team as we can, and then once spring comes, I'll be ready to finish it out with my high school teammates, and then next fall it'll be a great opportunity at Ball State, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And you've been a Blue Devil your entire life. What is your favorite basketball memory from your time at Tipton?
I just say the friendships I've made. Everybody here gives it their all every single day, and winning those sectional championships is pretty fun, and we're looking to do it again this year.
You certainly are in the 2A tournament. Are there any teams that you're going to keep an eye on or that you'd like to play against?
I just think we'll be ready for anybody. I think we can, if we play our best, we can play with anybody. So as long as we keep working hard in practice and staying connected as a group, we'll be ready for anybody.
And with your last time on the live stream, I'd like to give you one final opportunity to shout out anyone you have in mind.
First of all, I just want to thank God for everything. He paves the way for me to be successful, and my family for always supporting me, and then my teammates and coaches for always having belief in me since day one.
All right, thank you, Gavin, and good luck at Ball State.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ryan Tracy, the newest Blue Devil, but a more familiar place now that we're at the end of the season. And with your final regular season home game in a now familiar place, what are the emotions like tonight?
It's just awesome. Just being able to play for this program and come here every night and do stuff like this, it's just the time of my life.
And you're a relatively new Blue Devil, but I'm going to ask you what your favorite basketball memory from your time at Tipton is.
Well, hopefully I haven't made my favorite memory yet. We're gonna make that in March, but I'd say so far probably the Delta game. That was a big win.
And you're the 4th Blue Devil that I've interviewed out of 4 to talk about the 2A tournament. It seems like you guys are really excited. Are there any teams that you're looking to play against?
Not one in particular. I just know we're going to be ready every night. Anybody who we're lining up against, we're going to be ready. We're going to get the job done.
And with your final time on the live stream, I'd like to give you one last opportunity to shout out anyone you have in mind.
Well, I was going to shout the 5 seniors, but they managed to go away. So here's Nolan. All 5 of you seniors, you guys are awesome. Love you guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, we've spent plenty of time with Nolan Swan after these kinds of games. 19 points on the night and excellent shooting, as we can come to expect. How will you continue this hot shooting as we move forward?
I'll just keep practicing every day, getting in the gym with my team, and just keep doing what I do. Just keep shooting the ball whenever I'm open. So.
And I've seen you grow up since you were 1 foot tall at Tipton. What's your favorite basketball memory from your time here?
I mean, there's a lot of them, but I'd probably say 2 years ago when we won the sectional championship here. That was a pretty fun time.
And going into that 2A tournament, are there any teams that you're keeping an eye on or that you'd like to play against?
I mean, not really. I'm ready to play anybody. I know we've got the team. We can beat anybody in the tournament, so bring it on, anybody.
And with your last time on the live stream and the last interview of the season, I'd like to give you one final opportunity to shout out anyone you have in mind.
Shout out God. All glory to him.
All right, thank you, Nolan.
Thank you.
The 5 seniors being interviewed tonight. We're going to recap the score and then say our final thoughts on the season. Jackson Money led the way with 20 points, all coming in the first half. Trailing closely is Nolan Swan with 19. Carpenter adding 9. 6 for Quigley, 3 for Humrickhouse and Johnson. Spidell adding 2, and Gavin Hare also adding 2. On the Taylor Titans side, it'll be Christian Hall leading the way with 12. 6 for Binion, 7 more for McClatchy, and a 4 for Javion Harris. That'll be all from us in this 23-24 season. I'd like to thank everybody for sticking with us throughout the entire season. It was the best season we've had live streaming just yet. I don't plan on stopping. I really don't. As long as I'm here in Tipton, I plan to be doing these live streams. I enjoy them so much, interacting with the community and being able to interact with such a good basketball team. That being said, despite hosting sectionals, we will not have permission from IHSAA to actually cover the games themselves, but we are going to have 2 last away games. Next game is Tuesday, February 13th, and that'll be at Oak Hill, a historically challenging team for Tipton, and then rounding out the season with LaPel, where the regional will be played, where we expect Tipton to be there and hopefully potentially win. I'm personally excited to see these Blue Devils show up in the 2A tournament. You heard it from all 5 of the seniors. They are super excited to get into that tournament. They've got 2 games left before they can actually hop into that one, and so they'll be looking out to close this season with a couple of wins. And then we have the 2A tournament where Tipton, one of the, I would say the top 3, certainly top 5 favorites to go on and win that. And you see how confident these boys are. They are looking for the gold. They don't want anything less. They really don't. All they want to do is win, and they've got the best team to do it, coached by Cliff Hawkins, a very experienced coach. That'll help them make their tournament run with the supporting staff around him as well. He's 82-34 in his 5th year at Tipton, and he's going to look to continue his winning streak. As I would like to say one last thank you to everybody watching, and thank you all for joining me throughout the season. I'm Grayson Weddle, signing out from the Inferno for the last time this season.